All right, going to do a little market overview here. 21st of July. We're going to touch base on all of the normal things plus it's just a good day for crypto, so we're going to touch base on those as well. Already got the coffee flowing, so feeling pretty good. So let's go ahead and bring up, if we recall last week, kind of just a blase week. It was fine. We discussed a couple different days, kind of went through how I look at uh, 10 basic things to kind of give you the broad picture, and then I try to dive deeper with discussions with people, content, just trying to always improve my thinking and train of thought as to where we are in this whole grand scheme of things and crazy world. And let's see, the big thing last week was the astronomer CEO situation. It's funny because as a guy who likes meme coins here and there, like that would have been one that crushed, but kind of shows you the day and age we're in. Okay, so let me bring up. Let's start off with S&P 500. Man, I love looking at the longer term chart to see just these devastating moments in there, because these are giant moves, right? I mean, when we had the initial kind of tariff scare, I mean, that was a 21% drawdown in the S&P 500. Max fear down here. I remember I was in Palm Springs and I was just like, what in the fuck is going on here? It just seems like so overblown, given that, this one person can effectively change the course of things with a tweet, right? So this was actually the most confident I've been in. I remember being really confident in S&P 500 and Bitcoin down here at the bottom, even though it was super scary. Whereas previous ones in areas I didn't understand as good, those ones were a bit more scary to me. So, when you get these 7 to 10% drawdowns that are like, is everything falling apart? What's going on? What are we missing? Blah, blah, blah. These market order bubbles tend to kind of give you the signs of, you got to play around with them and learn how they kind of function in a way, but they often will provide you areas to start maybe worrying about a top or finding a bottom. The bigger the bubble, the more impactful. What you do need to notice though is, like, if you're in a bull market, which we clearly are in a bull market, I want to keep it simple and not see some bubbles and be like, oh, top signal, right? Because you can have, look at this. I mean, you can have a bull market that's just signaling tops to you, right? So I prefer like a bull market taking the other side for like buying the dip opportunities, right? Finding these bubbles on the bid side, rather than trying to fade the highs. Same thing if we're in a bear market, if we're trending down, I want to be looking for the green bubbles to kind of re-enter short positions. So right now we kind of have this megaphone pattern here developing. Let's drop it down to like a 1 hour. All right. Oh, interesting. So, I mean, to be honest, like we broke all-time highs in S&P and NASDAQ, and like if we're just going higher, guys, I mean, whatever, right? Something could, at some point, something will happen, something could happen, and I get it. But for now, nothing is changing. Things look good. I just want to be long pretty much all assets. It's all one fucking trade at this point. And we are in the heat of the summer, and August is coming around. All the Europeans are going on their little Mykonos trips because they're all still rich. Nobody's poor. Well, there's a lot of poor people, and then there's a lot of rich people. So, I mean, if you look at the VIX, man, we have just, we talked about retesting this kind of 18, 19 level, and it has kind of failed there. So at this point, as long as we're staying under 18, 19, 20, I just kind of expect us to grind sideways to higher in all of these assets throughout the remainder of the summer, into maybe we see that kind of September pullback across the board. Because I did something where I was looking back at the previous crypto bull market, so 2017 and 2021, and they both had a segment of time from July all the way through early to mid September where it just went straight up. So if you're a person that believes in history rhymes and all that, you should just be long until September, then reevaluate. And especially if you're seeing these things rip and rage like across the board, like certain memes, certain treasury companies, all this stuff. Like this is the argument to lock in, right? To lock in and find some stuff. But if you're doing too much and you're over rotating, you're chasing all the moves, probably not a great idea for you. So you need some experience and some convictions and blah blah. NASDAQ, similar thing, all-time highs, not asking questions. The Russell's the fun one, the small cap. Like I kind of treat this like Ethereum. Like let's add ETH to it again. Da-na-na-na. Let's do Binance here. All right, so you can kind of see like, just think of RTY as like the TradFi alt season, right? And I think we're just gonna go make highs here as well. As ETH makes highs, and we could kind of see a broad push. So I don't think we're anywhere near what could possibly happen here. I just think it's something to like, everybody is looking to relieve that pressure, to look for the exit, to look for top signals. It's not time. It's not time. Gold looks like it wants new highs. I mean, I have an alert set here. We'll see where the futures are. The futures are breaking out again on the 4-hour. We don't have much to go to make a new high on the futures for gold. If you're a Bitcoin fan, you kind of want to see gold go up in general. I mean, I talked to Capital Flows about this last week, but just imagine stocks up, Bitcoin up, dollar up, yields up, gold up. What is the thing that eventually breaks the camel's back? We talked in the last Trader Talks. I would go watch it. It's pinned in my profile. We talk about the potential end game in which yields go to the point where, well, one, they probably go up higher than people think they could go. If you zoom back to 2022, there was always this R star argument and like that the US economy couldn't possibly handle 3% rates. Couldn't possibly. We're going to fall apart. We're at 4.5 or whatever, right? What are we at? 4.3. And we got up to almost 5. It did get shaky at about 5. But we're stronger now. We're in a better place. AI is here and taking over. I think we go up to 5, 5.5, whatever, and we still don't see, like maybe we get a kind of like, oh my God, it's happening again. We're going to make all-time high in yields. Things are, and we'll see that. Maybe that's the perfect September pullback scenario. And then we realize, oh my God, it didn't fall apart. And then we just gig ascend for the rest of the year everywhere. And then yields push to the point where it crushes everything. And maybe that's that Q1 demolishing move. I don't know. Just trying to game play out. I like to scenario plan out in my head just so that if it actually happens, I can actually have known that I've thought through a little bit of what could happen. HYG does not suggest that we're in a problem area. High yield credit. The 10-year actually has pulled back a little bit. So relieves a little bit of that pressure, but all in all, kind of just, if we're dancing in here, we're going to be fine. What'll be interesting is if we break up here, that's where things get interesting. But for now, as we move through the summer, if we just chop through here with the economy, the economic data not falling apart, I mean, seems like a great scenario for all of our assets. Liquidity drew back a little bit, heading back up. And the dollar, again, chilling. So, yeah, you're seeing all the Mag 7 stuff kind of do okay here at the start of the week. I haven't looked at commodities as much. I know oil hasn't been raging to the upside at all. It's kind of fallen back below this trend line. In the 4-hour here, we had the Iran, Israel, Strait of Hormuz, all that, world was ending again. We were in World War III for the 9th time. And actually, it looks like it might fall back down here. It'd be interesting to see if we get a bounce here with yields staying higher. Man, if oil falls below that, that'll be interesting. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Natural gas, ranging. So again, I like to kind of just go through everything and paint a picture. Paint a picture. Let's go down to crypto. Let's have some fun. It's a day, there's not many days in crypto where you can have a lot of fun. So when they're here, I want to see them. The miners, really interesting charts. Riot was one that I put some call options on. I mean, look at this Riot move in 2021, right? And look where we're at now. Oh my God. And miners have been just absolutely hated, forgotten, stepped on, tortured, to the point where I was like, I just can't own these fucking things anymore. But I did buy some Riot calls, and this looks juicy. This looks juicy. Again, just shut up and buy. Oh, man. And then Bitcoin, of course, let's see here, doing really well. Again, green bubbles might scare some people in a bull market, but I'm just not going to ask questions in a bull market. We're in price discovery mode, and there's no point for me to try and get in the way and get cute. Let me let my dogs out of my office. Hold on. Shit, sorry. My mic was like off. God damn it. That's probably a lot better now. I don't even know where I don't even know where my mic was turned off, honestly. Well, I'll just recap by saying everything looks very good. It's a keep it simple, stupid market. There's a lot of things you can talk about, worry about. Fed this, Besant that, Trump this, spending that, whatever. But the thing I'm most concerned about now is, all right, I'm positioned for this stuff, right? I'm positioned for these moves. It's going according to plan. Now, do I get in my own way and exit some of these things because the pump looks so good, I should exit and take the profit? I get it, but how many times do you come across a bull run setup that is falling right into what you're thinking is going to happen and you're positioned that well? This is where you make your career. This is where you make your year, your multiple years. This is where you set yourself up to survive the bull market. If there's a time to have conviction and hold certain stuff, it is now. It is now, right? It is now. So that being said, hopefully my mic wasn't muted the entire time. If not, I'm going to do more of these anyway, so it doesn't matter. In the short of it, all assets look good right now. All assets. Until they don't. So, see you later.